Hi everybody, this is Abhyuday Agarwal from LawSikho, and today I'm going to take a session on how much can you earn by drafting different kinds of contracts. And I'm going to share a small presentation also I have. Actually, it's a big presentation. And so all of you who are watching me live on YouTube or in Zoom, you all should share what you're doing currently. Are you practicing? Are you litigating? Are you in college? Have you done contract drafting work earlier or not? Okay, that will help me in knowing about more about you. Okay, now I have discussed yesterday at length in a workshop on the opportunities offered by freelancing work and how it can be useful in the long term for one's career. Today, our conversation is going to be very specific on how much can one earn by drafting and negotiating commercial contracts. So I'll tell you something, okay? Even like uh, in fifth year also of college, when I had drafted the first contract for somebody, I had helped a friend who was incorporated in IIT's incubator. I had earned about 20,000 rupees for helping him draft an SHA and ISSA. Okay, the shareholders agreement or a share subscription agreement. He was raising funds from a foreign investor, about 40 lakhs or something was being raised, and I helped him draft this contract, and I got 20,000 rupees. Okay, and that was just for one transaction. It took about 2-3 days work, but like 2-3 days discussion, but maximum work was done in like one night. And this happened in college. So if a college student can do this, you know that people can do it after you graduate. Definitely, that's possible, right? So now let's look at this. That how do we identify? So do you, now see, a lot of you have said that you've not done contract drafting work yet, but so today what we'll do is, when you're looking at how much you can earn, it has to have a context for you, right? What's the context for you? Why is it relevant to you? So first, I want to understand that, are you interested in having supplementary income from contract drafting, and what are the benefits of that if you have supplementary income? So suppose you're doing work as a junior to a senior litigator, or you're doing independent practice, going to the courts, or you're doing a job. Now, supplementary work, like, if you can do contract drafting work, there are two things that can happen. Either you will do it on your own and get an additional income, or you may even get that work for your firm or for your senior, in which case your senior will appreciate you and will be happy to give you more responsibility and pay you more. Okay, and if the senior doesn't do that work himself or herself, he will say, okay, you manage it in your own time. Okay, so whether or not your senior works in this area, you will want to always do some additional work. And the reason you want to do additional work is because it's good for your career, it's good for learning, it gives you an understanding of what problems clients face. Okay, so now should we jump into the topic directly of how one can earn, how much one can earn? Not even how one can earn, I discussed yesterday. My workshop video is there on YouTube live also. I went live on YouTube sharing how one can do one can uh, write on LinkedIn or on Upwork or on Fiverr and use various portals to promote oneself, right? So now should I jump to how much one can earn by drafting different kinds of contracts? Because I want to take it a level forward from where we left off in our conversation yesterday. So say yes if you want. If you want me to proceed with the earning side, and say ask me any questions if you have a preliminary question, that before the earning part, why should I do this work? How is it beneficial for me? If you have those questions, this is the time to ask me now. Okay, so let me know, guys. I'm waiting for your response on chat. Yesterday's workshop video, Astha has very kindly shared that. Thanks, Astha. You can do this. Okay, so Madhavan Vasudev has this question: is it beneficial in the long run? Right? If you're doing freelancing work and you are earning or you're getting new work from clients, see, you will develop client development ability, right? So you want client generation ability, Madhavan? Because if you have client generation ability, then you are likely to have superior skills, more matters, more work, more reputation, okay, more salary you will command in the market also. And of course, anytime you want to do your own matters, you can. You will always be earning more than your peers when you can generate your own clients and do work on the side. Usually, if you earn even 30-40,000 more than your peer, than what you would be earning in your job, then that's equal to somebody who would be probably 2 or 3 years your senior sometimes. Okay, Can it replace the law firm job? Very much. You think about this. If you can earn 1.5 or 2 lakhs per month in this versus working in a law firm. Okay, if as a freelancer you can earn 1.5 or 2 lakhs, or even scale it further to build your own law firm, then does it replace a law firm job for you? Because a lot of in a law firm job, what happens is that you will start very high at earnings, but and then you'll grow. But the thing is that if you want to cut back and you want to manage your life in a way that you want to be location neutral, you want to work for x number of hours a day, then those flexibilities are usually not there while working in a law firm. But if you're doing independent work, then you have that flexibility, right? The flexibility to work for 7 hours or 6 hours in a day and still earn a lakh, that kind of thing. It is stable only if you have client generation and client delivery capability. And the time you get the first work, so I'm not giving you, like a magic pill. There's no magic pill here, right? But I am saying that if you learn how to do it, it can be stable forever. And by the way, I'm not saying that you need to do this for your life. My only purpose of sharing about why you should be doing or why you can do freelance work is because it's great for experience. So, and you may stop doing it at some point in time, but the little time that you do it for, that will always count for you, because it will be additional business development experience, additional client handling experience. So if you want to become a partner in a law firm, it is this experience that gives you that kind of responsibility. You don't get that responsibility when you're working as an associate. You don't get that responsibility when you're working as an intern. Do you know why? Because there's somebody to see over your mistakes. So you always have this in the back of your mind that if I make a mistake, my senior is still there to correct me. Okay. As far as stability is concerned, you want to see this, that if you learn how to generate clients, sky is literally the limit. If you are comfortable working on client generation and client delivery, okay, then sky is the limit. So it's actually way more stable than a job could be. And it makes people feel a lot more secure, because when the source of your income is in your hands, when you are confident that you can get clients, then you feel more stable. You don't feel worried that I'll get kicked out of the job, or I'll get fired, or that one client will leave me. Okay. When you're inside a job and you don't have that kind of ability, that time you feel that I'm underconfident, I don't have the skills. Anybody can, tomorrow my boss can shout at me. He may decide not to give me a raise after end of 1 year. He may decide not to give me a promotion, and my batchmate could get a promotion. So that's the thing that creates the biggest instability. Now, suppose you also know how to get freelance work on the side and you're able to do it. In every law firm, it's not prohibited. Okay. In a lot of cases, it may be possible for you to do it on the side. Okay. If you're able to do it and you earn, let's say 30,000 more, just 30,000 more, that might actually be the difference between you and somebody who is at one designation above you. Okay. So in that way, your own self-confidence improves. Okay. So right networking is something you got to learn how to do, and we are happy to help you for those of you who want to take help. But now, Madhvan, I believe I answered your questions here because I think they were relevant in some way to everybody else. So how many of you are settled that this is worth exploring at least once? Because only then I can dive into it. Otherwise, it is irrelevant, and then I should not be doing this topic. So say yes if you want me to proceed. Say pause if you want me to think of something, like if you want me to address something else, and then you ask me the question. Okay, so I will go ahead. Okay. I have discussed earlier briefly skill levels that we have at contract drafting, but I want to share the skill levels in connection with what kind of money you can earn. I will focus less on, I will focus less on the details of the skill level, but I'll focus more on what kind of people do that at work at that skill level. There are 7 different levels of skills in contract drafting. Okay. This I created at a point in time where, when we were teaching 100 contracts in our courses, we found that people are finding the difficulty quite challenging. It's an uphill task. Okay. And we were having to find out, how to keep people on track, because they would be like, this journey is never ending. It's like some pilgrimage that never ends. Okay. So we broke it down into 7 skill levels, and then we realized that now it's working and people are being able to understand the roadmap, the different levels of proficiency that they have. These 7 skill levels are: beginner, levels 1 and 2; medium or intermediate, levels 1 and 2; advanced, levels 1 and 2. Okay, so 3 skill levels into 2 is 6 skill levels, and the last one is pro. Okay, pro or professional. So I'm going to share what happens when most people start at the beginning, when you want to look at a contract drafting textbook, you want to look at different courses available in the market, when you have no clue about contract drafting, you've not done, like, let's say you may have seen maybe a maximum of 2 or 3 agreements, maybe you've done a couple of internship assignments in internships, maybe in two internships you've done 3 4 contracts related assignments, or you've not done anything. Okay, in all these cases you're at this beginner level where you don't know how to start when you're given a contract, and you're basically going to read it really fast, and you're going to read it with a lot of focus, try to mug it up, but you don't know what to look for, how to read it, how to interpret it. Okay, and you don't have even confidence that what you're reading, whether it's the correct reading or not. Okay, and obviously you have struggled with using clauses from a template and customizing it in your own language. That is a big problem at the moment. Okay, but this is level 1. So at this time you will need to actually understand the structure of a contract. You'll have to read at least 30 individual clauses of a contract. You'll need to understand the whole body and structure of a contract. The maximum you can get is reading from a book or from a course which doesn't personally coach you in detail. You will understand what the headings are. Okay, but your ability to draft will not get formulated at that time. But okay, still you will know the names. If you look at sources in the market, you look at the internet, you Google, you will find that. Okay, but I'm going to name some agreements which are the entry level agreements which you can start with. Okay, so one is this exclusivity agreement, where two parties are dealing with each other, and before they have finalized the deal with each other, they say that let's agree to exclusively talk, and you and I will not speak to other parties while we are concluding discussions, and there'll be a certain time period to do so. Another is a letter of intent. Again, these are preliminary documents which are drafted with before the final terms are final and all the binding terms are executed. Okay, so these are very basic documents. Power of attorney, very important document again to do this. Okay, then NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, basic memoranda of understanding, service agreements, one party providing services to others, consultancy agreements, a company engaging a consultant, employment contracts, simple ones, okay, regular employment contracts. Okay, now this is the thing that you should start with at this point. But first tell me how many of you are at beginner level 1. If you are there, say beginner level 1, and I'll connect it with the earning also. Okay, if somebody has already done this with me and you feel this is repetitive, please let me know. Write the word repetitive. Okay, and if you think that you want to go through this again, then you say I am at beginner level 1, like say beginner level 1, or you can say BL1, BL1, BL1. Okay, I like to do this again and again because it's very important to get realistic about it, and every time I do this again I add something new. Okay, so this time what we've added is understanding the earning capability. Okay, so these, how many agreements are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, these are 8 agreements. This ability, if you learn, I'll tell you what you can do. Very junior in-house counsels, 1 to 2 years experience, young lawyers in law firms or juniors to litigators, interns who've gotten a little good, can work on stipend basis. These are the people who can do this work. At this level, there is a big struggle in getting independent work and in getting clients. Okay, but in one if you want help from us, in 1 month you can get to this level. Some people yesterday asked me about the introductory course in practical contract drafting, which is a 1 month course that will get you past this level, beginner level 1. Okay, how much can you earn at this level? You will probably not earn independently at this level. If you are lucky, you can earn approximately 3,000 to 5,000 rupees a month. Okay, and client generation will not be stable at this level because you'll always feel a push from clients negotiating, and you will not be able to understand different situations enough. So mostly it'll be because somebody knows you, somebody trusts you, they'll give you work, and that's when you will get here. So this is basically just the beginning. And the problem with contract drafting is that the skill is quite vast. So it's necessary that somebody maps out the different levels of skills, the different levels at which one can possess this skill. So like, imagine the art of karate. Okay, when it was first invented, there would have been somebody just doing karate without any distinction. Then later there was some belts got created. Okay, and then there was the black belt. You know why the black belt is called the black belt? It's basically the white belt becoming black with so much practice that it's completely like the color is gone, and that's when it becomes a black belt. The person becomes a black belt. So the journey of karate basically got mapped out with different skill levels, and this is what I am trying to do here. The journey of learning and possessing contract drafting skills and the earnings that you can get, I am mapping this at different levels. Now, the breakthrough at this stage, if you want to get to the next level, how many of you want to get to the next level? Those of you who want to get till here, if you want any help from us, you're free to reach, look it up on the internet. We have an introductory course to practical contract drafting. In 1 month, you'll get to this level. Okay, do all the exercises, attend all the classes. If you don't like it, you don't learn, you even have a refund policy. Okay. Then the next level is you can understand and read a contract properly. You can start typing in English the terms of a contract. You can identify title, write some clauses, preamble, and some obligation related clauses. So this is basically the first level only. 3 to 6 sessions it takes. Beginner level 2 is the next one. Here you can understand those simple contracts, draft those clauses in your own words. You will struggle a little with contract execution and regulatory parts. Who will sign? Who is the authorized signatory? Does he require a power of attorney? Does the contract need attestation? So basically here know what is happening. Why you earning only 3 to 5K? Because you're not being able to do this independently. You always need supervision. Okay, and supervision also not of the kind that you can brief someone, take inputs, and then do it yourself. You can't. You need somebody to supervise you. Okay, beginner level 2, what happens is that you will be able to get a little bit of a start. Okay, but you can't understand how complex contracts are signed. You can't understand jargon, so you can do simple contracts, very simple stuff. Okay, you will need to learn about stamp duty registration. You will need to learn about how digitally contracts are executed and how to make them enforceable. You will need to learn about how to maneuver through templates, because template dependency has to go. If you are going to earn from contract drafting, you can't afford to be template dependent. The value a lawyer adds can never be added by a template. Remember that. Okay, so that is the breakthrough that you want after this. For now, what you will be earning at this point, okay, I will just let you know. But what do you need to draft? All these contracts and some more: LLP agreements, partnership agreements, co-founders agreements, supply, purchase, and distributorship agreements. So you're going to be studying these, and you should learn how to draft also. It may be happening that you start studying this, get familiar with these, and by the time you go to the next level, you are very comfortable drafting these. Okay, because you have to go to the next level to be able to do this level properly. Correct? You have to go to class 5 to be able to do very well the class 4 level work. It's like that. Okay, supply, purchase, and distributorship agreements, leave and license. So this takes 7 to 10 sessions. After this, what happens is you can do your basic work well. Okay, only basic work, but again, very junior level work. So you have junior in-house counsels, young lawyers in law firms, juniors to litigators, interns on stipend basis again. So at this level, what's the difference is that you may have a job, but it may be a low paying job. If there's a downturn, if you're laid off, if you want to switch, you will find it difficult. Freelance work will come on and off, and it'll be of very little value, like 5,000 rupees to 15,000 rupees, but the market is quite competitive. Okay, and you will not be able to find enough clients, because at this stage, client generation ability and client delivery skills, these are different, right? You should be able to get clients, and then you should be able to serve them. But while they're different, your ability to serve them impacts how good you can be with client generation. If you can't serve clients, generation is out of the window. Okay, because when you're generating a client, you have to explain to them the need and the problem and how you can solve it. So if you explain the need and the problem, but you don't know how to solve it, then you will not be able to even explain the need. So if you don't know how to solve the problem, you can't explain to them the need. Okay, that is where this stage is basically an early stage only, and you may be able to do some independent work, but it will not be reliable. So 5,000 to 15,000 you will earn when you get the work, but it will not be very frequent. And if any of you have made profiles on Fiverr or Upwork, just check whether this is the level you are at, and if you're not getting work. Okay, in fact, I can show you also the connection that how you can earn this money, and I can show you the profiles on Fiverr. I was showing some of these yesterday. Okay, so I opened a few profiles, and this was one profile I saw, 332 5 stars, 4 orders in queue. Now you look at their packages, and you will see basically one set of agreements up to 15 pages, 11,000. Silver up to 10 pages, 7,600. So only short agreements you can do in this much time. Up to 5 pages, 1,500. Most, even if you draft like a 20-page there are many 20-page agreements. Once you get into complex stuff, your agreements will easily run into 20 pages. There you will find that this amount will increase. Sometimes you will realize that one piece of work that a company gives you requires 3-4 agreements. So there you will not charge this. Your pricing will exceed 11,500. The basic pricing is just an introductory one. Somebody wants something very simple then. Okay. So here, for example, when you see what are the documents they do? Document names are not written here, which contracts they specialize in. I'll show you someone else's profile. Here you can see. Okay, most of these, apart from the privacy and cookie policy, most of these are the beginner level 1 and 2. Agreed? I just showed you these, right? Loan agreement is can be a bit advanced one, but it doesn't look like, given that, the intention is to draft 7-page and 7+ page. So this is like a regular loan agreement, not like a bank loan, proper bank loan. It's not that. Look at this. 5,000 it starts with, 2 to 7 pages, 11,000. Premium is 16,700. Okay. Now imagine you could do more complex contracts, then you could shoot this up. If you could do a deal which has 3 contracts, it will automatically be 25-30K. Okay, now can you see that how this is all beginner level 2 work? Yes, no, let me know. Okay, look at these and I'll show you beginner level 2. And beginner level 1 again I'll show you. Then you tell me yes or no, okay? See this. All contracts, LLP agreements, partnership agreements, co-founders agreements, supply purchase agreements, leave and license agreements. Beginner level 1 also I'll show you. NDAs, power of attorney, letter of intent, exclusivity agreement, MOUs, service agreements, consultancy agreements, employment contracts. So is this beginner level 1 and 2? How many of you are here? If you are here, you should be able to list the profile. You may not get a lot of work reliably, but you'll be able to get till here. 5,000 to 15,000 a month. Are you all with me? Say yes if you're with me. Say BL2 if you are at beginner level 2. Who's at beginner level 2? If you are at beginner level 2, I'm telling you, even accidentally, you might have earned at least once. In life, you would have earned at least once, and you wouldn't have known how to generate clients. So you may not have earned more, but it is possible for you to earn somewhere between in this range. Now let's go to intermediate level 1. You start drafting here, but your clauses are not exhaustive. There are some loose ends and open issues. Internal conflicts may also be there if there's a very big contract, and you can draft very simple contracts. You can also provide some kind of value to others. This is a very good time to perform real life work, like reliably, create your listings, create your profiles, post on LinkedIn every day, new insights about agreements, and whichever news you see, how it's connected to contracts, post about that. Okay, and look for opportunities at this stage. It doesn't matter if they are free or paid. Which contracts will you be able to learn how to read and draft? Agreement to sell and sale deed. This level has a lot of contracts. Joint development agreements, when you hire, basic IP licenses, work for hire, inventions, artists. So you see your portfolio, your bouquet of services is expanding here. Advisor agreements, basic ESOP plans, IP assignment, memorandum and articles of association, corporate leases, notices pursuant to contracts. Okay. 15 to 20 sessions. This is 3 to 4 months work. Okay. And who does this work? Again, junior in-house counsels, young lawyers, some independent litigators who are independent practitioners who are freshly starting out, young lawyers in law firms or juniors to litigators, interns on stipend basis. Here, it's possible if you keep doing this regularly, you can earn somewhere between 15 to 30,000 rupees per month. Sometimes per month, like, in a month you'll have 30,000, another month you'll have 10,000. So average will be between 15 to 30K. Here you will face frequent questions from clients regarding your pricing, and practice will not be stable. So I'll tell you something. I've spoken to a lot of young lawyers who've graduated between either freshers to 2 years of experience, people who are at this stage. This kind of person is very concerned about this, that should I build my freelance practice or should I build my job? Should I go for job or should I go for freelance? Usually my advice is the same to them, that learn enough skills to get enough freelance work, and that will help you get a job. So build your profile for more freelance work, learn more skills, get to 30,000 plus, okay, and then apply to jobs also. That skill level will be useful, because then you can negotiate a better salary, you'll know enough to do the job, you'll not be needy and desperate, and you will have more confidence in your applications. Are you with me till here? Say yes or no. So this is the level where you will have this existential crisis of, should I go for a job or should I go for a independent practice? Should I go for litigation? Like, all sorts of confusions will happen. Why? Because you are at the cusp. The cusp means you are at the borderline, where you can actually, if you just go ahead of this, you can create a new future. Medium level 2 is here. So here what happens is, you acquire a good grip of the expressing the intention of the parties. You can write simple agreements very well. You can also know, like, you know, the terms on the back of your hand. Lease agreements, employment, consultancy, NDAs, all of these you're very comfortable with. You are comfortable with other common contracts also. Some industry specific contracts, shareholders agreements and all, you are not very comfortable with yet. Okay, loan agreements, EPC, all of that you're not comfortable with. But other general agreements you can do, general commercial agreements you can do. So you're ready to start charging and earn reliably. Okay, at this stage, now what should you do next is this, but wait, I'll just tell you how much you will be earning. So again, junior in-house counsels, young lawyers, interns or freshers can do this. You will be earning anywhere between 30,000 to 50,000 if you are going out in the market with this. What you need to learn right now, I'll just tell you. This is the bouquet you need. Okay, and you can put it on Fiverr, Upwork, you will start to get more work. Share purchase agreement, shareholders agreement, share subscription agreements, master services agreement and statements of work, privacy policy, user agreements, terms of service of various kinds of websites, end user license agreements, SaaS agreements, amendments, book publishing, music license, audiovisual streaming, R&D, celebrity endorsements. I'm taking multiple areas. I'm taking software industry, I'm taking corporate industry, and I'm taking media entertainment industry. Book option agreements, amendments. Okay, if you start doing this, it'll take you about more than 5 months, and you can actually start to earn 30 to 50K. 3 to 5 months at least it'll take. Okay, I'm being realistic, and I'm being realistic, and I'm also not trying to like exaggerate. So yeah, and it doesn't happen fast, takes a lot of work. Okay, 20 weeks you should keep in mind. Okay, at least 20 weeks. That's 5 months. Advanced level 1, the fun starts here. You will not find many places, or in fact, any place giving you support to reach till here. Okay, we have been working hard on identifying how to make people get to pro, and we've built a lot of stuff around that. Weber, which level are you talking about? Medium level or advanced level? See, in medium level, now you are earning 30 to 50K. So what will happen is that you will get entry level jobs, 2 to 3 years experience jobs very well. Okay. You may have some job flexibility. You will have some self-confidence. Okay. You will be confident to apply to different places. If you're an in-house counsel, you will be doing okay. Like, you will not have a problem. If you try to switch sectors, it'll be a difficult thing for you. Young lawyers in law firms, young associates, juniors to litigators. Okay, if an intern is exceptionally good, they may reach that stage. This is given the current situation. Okay, now next is advanced level 1. Okay, here you can do a lot of advanced contracts also. You've studied those with, you can do those with these, the ones I told you earlier, shareholders, loans, all of that. By the way, if you look here, if you can do a shareholders agreement now, the default thing you will get to work on is employment agreement, shareholders agreement, share subscription agreement, share purchase agreement, ESOP plan, advisor option. This whole deal together, this whole package will far exceed, will be anywhere between 50,000 to 1 lakh for one client, at least as an independent practitioner. And it will not be 15 pages. The whole thing will be like 80, 90 pages, which is why you'll be able to charge more. And if you see all these listings, they are doing for one contract, they are charging. They are saying I can do 10, 15 contracts, but they're not charging this for 10, 15 contracts. They're charging it for one contract. When you're doing a more complex deal, the market becomes rare, competition reduces, and you become more sought after. So if you do a 4 contract ka deal, which happens, okay, in a investment transaction, usme amendment of articles of association is also there. So you combine everything, it will cross 50,000 very, very easily. Okay. If you do a service level agreement, you do a SaaS agreement, you can charge 25-30K for one agreement. You do a master services agreement, again you can charge 20,000, 25,000 for one agreement. So those become the advantages. Okay. I am saying that, now, like, you should these charges you'll be doing as a lawyer or a CA or CS, you could charge. If you're a law student, you can charge for a stipend as an intern. Okay, you can do an internship. You wouldn't be calling this legal services that you provide. Okay, it will be an internship stipend. Okay, next level, we are going to now advanced level 1. Okay, what to do next? But what do you earn at advanced level 1? I'm just telling you here. Who does this work? Advanced level 1, mid to senior level in-house counsels, senior associates in law firms, small law firm owners and independent practitioners who've like just started out. You'll have enough confidence to start out on your own self. Okay, that's when you will be at advanced level 1. How much do you earn? You will be earning like 50,000 to 1 lakh depending on your client generation ability. Okay, now you got to learn a little more of negotiation, learn more contracts, start to visualize deals together, because you want to do multi-contract deals to be earning more. Okay, I'll just tell you which agreements to learn. Now you want to learn these. All contracts we mentioned earlier, you want to master. Asset purchase agreements, business transfers, syndicate loans. For loans, there are security documents and guarantees, EPC contracts, concession agreements, software development agreements, e-commerce agreements. Many are there, e-commerce. Plus, you can also perform advanced requirement analysis. This is to understand the client needs. This is a process where you get on a call with the potential client and help them identify what the problem is. You understand their problem, plus you help them prioritize that what is more important to be solved now. You can work on multi-contract transactions. You will even be able to explore retainer arrangements with some clients because they will trust you for the quality of your work, and because you can draft almost any contract that exists. You can do beginner level negotiations. You can do some advisory work which you will charge for, because clients will frequently reach out to you and you realize that I have to spend a lot of time on the phone, for which you will actually start charging. Okay, so the earnings at this level, it will take about 7 months. Okay, 7 months you're reaching at this level. Okay, then advanced level 2. So 7 months you'll reach here. How much you will earn? 50,000 to 1 lakh. Sounds reasonable, right? You understand such a big portfolio. If you're doing even 4 contracts in a month, you will hit this. So your goal will be then, how do I get that kind of contracts? For which once you learn the work on the side, you keep posting and writing about the work, you keep building your network. It happens on the side. Okay. You don't learn first and then build your network. You do it together. Are you all with me till here? How many of you want to get till here? Let me know. Say yes if you want to get till here. Say yes if you want to get till here. Say no if you don't. How many are saying no? How many are saying this is no use? Is there anybody? You can say no, it's no use. Say yes if you want to get till here. Say yes if you're listening to me. 21 people are there, only 3 people are saying yes. What about the rest? If you don't want to get till here, why are we talking? If there are other questions, you let me know that. Okay. You can use this as a roadmap. Okay. Now, after advanced level 1, you got to start the groundwork for negotiation. And now, you have enough understanding of multi-contract deals. So now what happens is the client will come to you with a problem. You'll say, boss, this is the deal package. These are your core interests. You need these 5 contracts. So it'll be very easy for you, to give 50, 60, 40, 80, 30,000 quotes to clients. Those who have worked with you earlier will trust you for this very easily. Okay. So you will do that at this stage. Now, also one more thing you'll be able to do is you'll be able to, customize deals a little. So what will happen is, if you ever use templates, you will be like creating new templates, new types of structures for clients, and you will tell them that do this, do this. So clients will quickly get impressed with what you do and they'll want to stick with you. Advanced level 2. Again, these are the highest levels of contract drafting. Okay. Here you have got enough practice with writing contracts. You can see a big contract really fast and understand what's happening here. across multiple industries, whether it's tech, general corporate, M&A, banking, finance, IT, e-commerce, media, entertainment, all of those. You are also very good with review. You understand the economics of a contract very well. You can see how a deal can be improved to make it a win-win. Okay, that's why you are in demand right now. You can represent a client in negotiations because you are not a technical lawyer who reviews a contract alone, but you understand commercials very well. Okay, so you may also be able to create some unique clauses to prevent disputes in future or to get them settled very easily. Okay, because everything will be covered by the contract. You can have a conversation on business interests of a client. Okay, very easily. Like, people, non-lawyers will trust you ki, you are their lawyer. They will swear by your name more than they understand any lawyer on the internet, because of the language they talk, or because of the language you speak in, and because once they get on phone with you, that's all they'll need to be able to trust you. That is how good you will be at this level. You can walk a potential client through the stages of the deal. So when they negotiate with you on the price that you will charge them, when they ask you about your, how much capable are you, what is your competence, why should I pay you so much, you will easily walk them through this, and you will say that chalo, you will be able to win their trust after that call immediately, and they'll give you at least a small mandate, and you'll have a certain degree of ease with this. You'll be good with handling various objections of clients. The work you'll be performing here will be assisting clients in conceptualizing deals, new kinds of deals. So you'll be pricing not just for the contract, but for the calls and conceptualization also. You'll review contracts from your client's perspective, which are shared maybe from the other side. You'll create standard templates for some clients. Okay. You will represent your clients in negotiations with the other side and their lawyers. You'll assist your client in meeting business objectives. So when they are saying that, okay, we have this template, but now we want to get 50 distributors on board, and you have to help us in signing all of these. So you will be helping the client in doing that. And for every piece of work you will charge, even though the master template is made by you, everybody won't agree to sign it. So you will be charging for that. You will secure more retainers because there'll be a high entrenchment. What is entrenchment? Clients would have been invested and they'll trust you so much that they will not want to give the others work. By this stage, you would have known enough about the client's business. So they'll be like, if I brief another lawyer, I will have to ensure that I give all the information to you, and it'll be hard to replace that, because if there's a mistake in giving all the information, it's a problem. Their team members will be familiar with you and not anybody else. So a lot of things will happen. You would have been working over a period of time. You'd know much more about the company. So working with you will be far quicker, easier, and efficient as compared to a new lawyer. So that will create the stickiness, and you will get way more retainers. It will be hard to replace you. So you'll have a retainer income plus a new income. You know what a retainer is? Fixed income for a particular amount of work. Even if the work is not there that much, you will get that income. Okay. So that will be a fixed income stream. Plus over that, you can charge new for new work if it comes to you. Who does this work? How much can you earn? Mid to senior level in-house counsels. Okay. Now this, they are not doing as freelancers. They have this capability which they do inside their own company. Senior associates in law firms have this capability. Small law firm owners and independent practitioners who are starting to do well will have this capability. Okay. And their earnings will be more than a lakh, and it will depend on client generation ability. Next level is the pro work. Okay. You keep working on business generation, perform such work on more complex deals. Okay. And that'll take minimum 35 sessions. So this is actually 35 sessions. That's about with it. This is how we structure this in our courses. 35 sessions, replace this with 35 weeks. We give about 3 sessions a week. So that's 105 sessions. But 35 weeks, how many months is that? About 9 months. Okay. So that is what it'll be taking. Now let's go to pro. After you've understood the basics, you're ready to deliver a thriving practice. Okay. So you understand now many industries and many different types of contracts. You can review all contracts, draft all contracts mentioned earlier. Now you'll do the next level of work. You will create standard drafts for clients. You'll create negotiation playbooks. You'll create innovative checklists. You'll do work around contracts, but even more overarching work, more strategic work. You'll increase your retainers. You will get way more advisory work because of your deep knowledge of the sector. You can build a firm at this stage if you want. For building a firm, you will need to know how to hire, manage a team, and delegate. These three things. Okay. Right now, so far, that need hasn't been felt because you were not earning enough for yourself. But at this stage, you will feel that need that, if I start to hire, delegate, and manage their output, my time will get freed up and I should be able to do a lot more. If you build your track record and online profile from stage one, results will start kicking in about 3 to 4 months. At this level, basically, you will be able to get 2 lakhs upwards. Okay, so basically 1,80,000 to 2 lakhs or more, depending on your client generation ability and depending on whether you make a firm or not. Who does this work? Who is competent to do this work? Senior level in-house counsels, small law firm owners, independent practitioners who are doing really well for themselves, and partners of big law firms. So somebody asked me in the beginning of this session, is my earning going to be sustainable? This is where you'll need to be getting at to be have sustainable earning. If you are anywhere till beginner or medium level 2, your earnings will be like very dicey. So you have to get to at least advanced level 1 and ideally pro for freelancing to be successful or a long-term career. Your income plateaus if you stick to medium level 1 or 2. Okay. Anybody who performs contract drafting work at this stage tend to believe that we know everything. But what they don't know is that we don't know it at the back of our hands. And so we have to keep learning the work every time we get it, which means they lose out on a lot of opportunity. Okay. To get to pro, you need minimum 50 weeks of training. But 50 weeks is really fast. In unstructured formats, people can continue from beginner. They can start at beginner level 1 and reach medium level 1. And it can take like from second year of law school to fifth year of law school. But in structured formats, if you have 50 weeks of training, that's about 150 sessions, you can cross the pro level. Okay. Just a few tips on making your contract airtight. You can use a few tools like an information requisition form. We provide these to our students and we train them on how to use these. So these can be basically very helpful in getting the right kind of information and in probing the client to give you what matters and in making the client think of what is important to them. So they'll appreciate in this process also that you are thinking from their perspective and you're getting them to say the right points. Okay. And you can use a checklist which we provide to insert all these types of clauses. There are free video available on what this checklist is. Okay, in our courses, we teach you how to use the checklist in detail. Okay, then there are things about you'll have to check that the contract is properly executed, properly stamped, and is enforceable. That requires some statutory knowledge of Stamp Act, Registration Act, IT Act. Okay, and then you will need to ensure that if there is a particular sector that is being covered, then their regulatory requirements are met, whether it is competition, FEMA, or company law. Okay. For example, you will have to see that the contract is not in violation of the FDI policy, or you will need to see that there's no violation of SEBI Act or IRDA regulations. If you want more career guidance, I will suggest to you that you can take a screenshot of this, reach out to Zair on the number given below, and then you say, I need guidance. Okay, we'll take a screenshot of this. Okay, if you want more guidance, and I'll take questions right now from you. Okay, and Manan, you're asking how to reach this level. If you are studying with us, then in 50 weeks, keep doing all the work that we are giving you how to perform. Okay, if you're not studying this work, then you will need to learn. You'll have to figure out how to learn all these contracts that I told you. One way is learning with us, which obviously we will, that when you are having a professional trainer with you, then you know that, this is going to be more reliable. When I fail or fall, I will have some more guidance. When you're learning on your own, you'll have to figure out everything on your own. So it takes a little more effort, but you can give that a shot. Okay. And now I'm open to discussing any questions that you all have. And also tell me, so how many of you want to get to pro level 1? How many of you want to get to how many of you want to get to advanced level 1 or 2 or pro? And you can get to that even from second year or first year of law school, by the way. And it doesn't require any further level of contract act knowledge than you already learn in college in second year. And if you don't specifically prepare on this skill, you will not learn even till fifth year. And the benefits for litigators are, for learning this skill, that you can always perform some additional work on the side. And even though if litigation doesn't pay you initially in the initial years, this skill will help you ride the tide at that time. If courts are shut for some reason, then also it's helpful. Plus, you can build your own clients and do the work really fast. Every client is not going to courts to fight out a battle. So the clients who want to get business done will do this quickly and pay you and move on. If you want to be an in-house counsel or a law firm lawyer, corporate law firm lawyer, IP law firm lawyer, technology law firm work, any of these things you want to do, or you want to work in banking finance industry as an in-house counsel, or you want to work in media and entertainment as an in-house counsel, then also this experience counts because you will be learning how to draft the contracts in that sector. Okay. Manan, you can reach out to Uzair. Okay. Reach out to Uzair. He'll guide you on how to plan this. So there was a closing yesterday. Okay. Like yesterday was the last day. If he can help you out, he'll tell you how he can help you out. Okay. Take the number and say this. Okay, whoever wants to get to pro level, if you want our help, you can take some free guidance from Uzair. Call him up, he'll help you out on how to plan out your how to get to that level, what are different alternatives, what you can do, and then you can choose whatever you want to do. Okay, he'll help you make a plan for yourself. Okay, so any questions you all have? Do you all think that this is reasonable, this is possible? What is your opinion? Did you see, like, I wanted to break down this journey into a few milestones. These 7 levels are actually milestones that you need to be crossing. So I really wanted to take some feedback from you on, because they are building in terms of complexity. The highest level of money or success or knowledge or learning is there when you're doing more complex work. And the 7th level of pro is the more complex one. What should be the plan you understood? Okay. So any other questions you all have? Okay, so how many of you found this beneficial? Say yes if you found it beneficial and share one learning with me. Hasnan, you want to write on chat something? You're raising your hand, you want to write on chat? Hasnan, you can type the query on chat. You want to speak? I'm allowing you to talk.
Hi, Abhyuday.
Hi, tell me.
Yeah, my question is while drafting a contract, what we
Hmm.
should expect from client, what information we should expect from the client that he should give us, and what we should not.
So
Because
when a
sometimes the
client
client
comes to
simply
you,
says you just draft this agreement without explaining what is the background,
don't do
anything.
it. You tell him that you will tomorrow not want to pay me because you don't know what you want. And you tell him also this, that don't tell him ki give me all the information. Tell him that I am giving you a set of questions. You need to get on a call with me. It'll take 45 minutes where I'll ask you the questions. If you don't want to give me the information, I'll take it out from you. But you give that time, because otherwise you might as well take a free template of the internet.
Yes, yes, yes.
You have to tell this clearly
That
to a
that is the
client,
problem.
because how you tell that to the client? Because mutual understanding of value has to be there. Otherwise, you'll be doing work for no reason.
Okay, okay.
See, you can get 10 clients if needed. Okay. But you need to work for 2 or 3 at least who are understanding the value you are providing. Otherwise, it is of no use, because you'll work for 10 people and give them some random document which they also will not know what they want. Okay. And then if you
Mhm.
realize that you get too many of those people and they are only price conscious and not quality conscious, then you create your own standard drafts for those people and you say, I'll do this for this much.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Okay, if you find that this is the market, यहाँ पर इस sector में people only want this. Okay, like for example, if you do a house rent agreement, the market is what, 3 pages rent agreement at 500 rupees from a lawyer outside the courts. Okay, anytime you give an individual homeowner a longer rent agreement, he will get scared.
But
If
Abhyuday, but suppose if a client is willing to give information, then what part of information is to be expected from client, and what we should have?
If
Like
they
how
are
can we
willing to
assess?
give the information, what you have to say is that you want to walk through the deal, okay, and only commercials. Forget any clause heading, only commercials. Ki how will you
What
give?
does this commercial means?
Commercial means ki how are you going to make money or what service you will provide. Then
Mhm.
he'll keep answering. Then you'll say, okay, how will you measure the quality? You'll try to get into measurements. If something doesn't happen as expected, then what will you do? If he doesn't do this,
Mhm.
then what will you do? Okay.
Okay.
And what other quality requirements does he have to follow from your end? Are there other
Okay.
inspections that you will do? If he doesn't do his work, will you be checking? What is the frequency? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if you have given a franchisee and a customer writes directly to you complaining about the franchisee's quality? Then will you cancel his agreement? Will you give him a warning? Will you forward this and then follow an escalation process? If this happens 3 times, then will you give him a warning? Then will you cancel the contract if it happens once more? If that happens too soon, then what will happen to the guy's investment, because every franchisee invests in the business? Okay, those things you have to ask.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Hmm. Okay. All right, everybody. So, any other questions you all have? So, Asnan has been doing some independent work, and he's also been studying in the contract drafting course and the master access. Can you catch a good job in corporate law firm or company on the basis of contract drafting? Yes, very much, Shubham. This is the surest and the most certain path to get a good job in a corporate law firm. So the standard for good freelancing is here is already higher than what is the standard for getting a job. Why? Because in freelancing, you have the technical skills and client generation skills. When you're getting a job in a company or a law firm, you don't have client generation skills. So if you have learned freelancing, means you can do your job also. If you learn contract drafting, you're ready to get a job in a law firm or a company. If you do freelancing with contract drafting, you're ready to do even more. Understood, Shubham? Okay, so is there any way in which I can help you further? Any questions you all have? By the way, on Monday, I want to invite you to join a webinar with me on 5 highly specialized areas of criminal law practice. That will be in high demand in the years to come. Okay, I'm going to share the link with you. This is a free webinar. Click on register now and you can join. I'm going to cover the criminal law space. You'll learn a lot of new things. And if anybody wants to speak to Zaid, you got the number there. Join me on Monday. I'll show you. I'll click on the link and we'll go there. This is the link. How many of you will be there? Let me know. Anybody interested? If you're interested in criminal law, want to know more, this is the link. On the left hand side, you fill your details and you can register so that you get a reminder and the link on 18th. Okay, it's a 1 hour webinar. Okay, then you can click here on this link and register. Okay. All right. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for being there. I'll just check if there are any questions. Can a working professional do freelance drafting work? Yes. Don't violate your contracts, or just take care that that doesn't get violated. Sometimes your employment terms will prohibit you. A lot of times you will be on a refund. Or, sorry, you will be on a. A lot of times you'll be on a retainer or an independent arrangement. At that time, it doesn't matter what you do as a freelancer. Okay, even in law firms, sometimes arrangements are of a retainer only. So you can do freelance work there unless they specifically say you can't do anything else. Okay. So law firms have their own policies on it. But if there is only a retainer with no policy on it, then you can do it. All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a great weekend. See you on Monday for those of you who are joining the criminal law webinar. Yes, tomorrow there is a very exciting workshop on Supreme Court litigation. 3 hour workshop. We've been doing some exciting. We've just commenced. We've some work on that, and we want to share the insights that we've got. If somebody is interested in the Supreme Court litigation side, you want to know what happens at the Supreme Court, how to find senior advocates to intern with, how to build a career in Supreme Court, then you should come. It's not overlapping with my session. Such in my sessions on Monday, Supreme Court session is tomorrow. Okay. Supreme Court advocate on record is Sanchita, and a very effective lawyer, Supreme Court advocate on record, is doing this webinar. She's this workshop. She's highly committed towards teaching and one of the best trainers that I have ever met, like best legal trainer. Okay, this is the link. You can click here, register. This is free, 3 hours. What you will learn here also written. Okay, if you want to work with a senior advocate, if you felt lost in a Supreme Court or in the senior advocate chamber, okay, learn about opportunities, which kind of senior you should work with, how to shortlist proper internships, how to apply. All of that is dealt with. Okay. All right, everybody. So you can register here as well. So you will get the link tomorrow for this. Okay. Great. Can I have some feedback from you all on how this went? What was your takeaway? Share one takeaway that you can use quickly. Okay. I'm stopping.